Big Green Lake, Wisconsin's deepest natural inland lake, found right here in Green Lake County. Its 236-foot depth and volume of 250 billion gallons is made up of trillions of drops of water trickling in from 8 named tributaries, 2 primary trout streams, and a network of groundwater-fed springs. Yet water resources on Green Lake's east end, which all flow directly into Green Lake, are under threat from Copland and Keene's Skunk Hollow Mine. This proposed non-metallic quarry would be located near some of the region's most unique and vulnerable ecological treasures. Here are 3 local resources at risk. Powell Spring is located just 1 farm field away from the proposed Skunk Hollow Mine. It is among the largest natural springs in the area, discharging enough groundwater to form a 10-foot wide river directly from the exposed bedrock. The site also has a meaningful history as a Native American trading post. The groundwater below the mine site flows directly to Powell Spring, so disruptions or contaminants to the water table from Skunk Hollow Mine would directly harm Powell Spring and affect White Creek, a trout stream that flows from the property into Green Lake. The Green Lake Conservancy acquired Powell Spring in 2021. Mitchell Glen is a protected site on Green Lake's east end, located just 1,400 feet from the proposed Skunk Hollow Mine. Mitchell Glen was formed 12,000 years ago during the last ice age and features steep-sided sandstone bluffs and a timbered gorge. It is the former site of a Native American village. Mitchell Glen is iconic for a 40-foot waterfall and a series of springs that form the headwaters of Dakin Creek, Green Lake's only trout stream with a naturally reproducing brook trout population. The conditions of Mitchell Glen are rare enough to form a microclimate, an isolated area with a unique climate that sustains flora and fauna more typical of northern Wisconsin and not found anywhere else in the surrounding region. The special geological formations and spring-fed stream are part of a high-quality corridor that supports outstanding biodiversity. This site is owned by the Green Lake Sanitary District and is proposed to receive runoff from Skunk Hollow Mine. The mine would also drain to Dakin Creek, a trout stream previously absent of brook trout for generations. Brook trout need clean, cool water to survive. The Green Lake Association worked with local partners and over 100 volunteers to restore Dakin Creek stream banks in an effort to improve Green Lake's water quality and thereby create a habitat for brook trout to thrive once again. This year, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources confirmed that brook trout are once again naturally reproducing in Dakin Creek for the first time in 70 years. A hydrogeology study for the proposed site concludes that Skunk Hollow Mine cannot be operated as proposed without adverse impacts on the health and welfare of nearby residents, or without degradation of aquatic resources including Powell Spring and Creek, White Creek, Mitchell Glen, Glen Creek, and Dakin Creek. Though there are several mining sites in the region, these exceptional natural resources are found nowhere else in Green Lake County. Because mining operations at this location would degrade water quality of Green Lake's local waterways, 3 local entities, the Green Lake Association, the Green Lake Conservancy, and the Green Lake Sanitary District, united with a landowner to challenge Green Lake County's approval of a conditional use permit for the Copland and Keene's Skunk Hollow Mine. And it's not just them. There's a growing coalition of neighbors and partners, including the international retail giant Patagonia, who are publicly voicing their concerns about this specific project at this specific location. A petition to delay the Skunk Hollow Mine, in order to gather the proper evidence that our waterways will be protected, now has over 1,100 signatures. These unique resources near the proposed Skunk Hollow Mine are tens of thousands of years old. We cannot risk permanent ecological damage for short-term gains. It is up to our community and our local government to protect these ecological treasures and avoid risking irreversible damage to our waterways.